Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone. Hello, happy Tuesday. Happy another day or another week of Team Zooms with me and our team. And you guys, I have been so freaking fired up today. You have no idea. I am going to introduce the first person. She's going to go ahead and talk because her baby is a little bit fussy today. So we're going to let her get all of her knowledge out and then we'll continue on. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Courtney. I really hope you know who I am. I've been in the business for a little over 3 years. And I'm excited to have Emma talk to you guys about how she signed so many freaking customers. She signed 10 customers already this month, which is insane. So Emma, if I will go ahead and unmute you, if you want to go ahead and share kind of like a little bit about your story, anything you want to share, how you're getting the customers, any sort of insight for anyone. So you are unmuted, my friend.
Yes, so hello everyone. My name is Emma. I have been in this business for, I just hit my year anniversary last month, which is like, it's so crazy to me. I feel like I just joined yesterday. But before I explain like what I've been doing this month to mass enroll so many customers, I just want you guys to know there is no secret sauce to this business. I'm not keeping some hidden tricks and tips from you guys. None of the top leaders in this company are keeping some hidden tips and tricks from you guys. This business is simplicity, and that's it. Point blank, period. So what I have been doing to mass enroll so many customers is simple, like I just said. Every day I do self-development to get my mind right. I follow up and I do host a post. That is it. And if you're sitting here saying like, okay, Emma, but I have already done all of those things and I haven't enrolled customers, or I haven't enrolled as many customers as you. You need to go back to the first thing that I just said and realize that that is the root of your problem. If you have a crappy mindset in this business, like nothing will work out in your favor. You're not going to get anywhere. And two, I'm sorry if it like hurts anyone's feelings. I'm a very strong red like Courtney. I like to speak my mind. I like to speak the truth. And just know that if that did offend you or hit you in your feelings a little bit, then that's a sign that you need to make a change. Something in your business needs to change, and I guarantee you it has to start with your head. And trust me, I've been there. You can ask any of our leaders. I've been yelled at. I've been told the same exact thing I just told you countless of times. I was the one who didn't trust the process at all. I was the one who doubted everything. I was the one who freaked out when one little tiny thing didn't go my way. If someone said that they were going to order on Friday and they didn't order on Friday, like it was the end of the world. Sorry. Like no one else was going to order for the rest of the month because that one like little thing happened. So I had to make that switch in my head, and everything changed for me. I know some of you are new and haven't figured out like the whole personal development situation, or if you were anything like me, you were thinking that personal development is some like voodoo witchcraft type deal, but just know that it is an everyday process, and once you do flip that switch, like the whole game can change, seriously. So first, here, take the strawberry. This is how you get stuff done. Just give your kids food.
You guys, I just want to interrupt Emma real quick, because when her and I say, and any other leader in this business says your mindset is everything, it really truly is. I remember before Emma got her crap together with her mind, because let me tell you, and she'll 100% agree with me, Emma's mind used to suck 99.999% of the time. Her mindset was horrible. She would come to me and be like, I have 10 people supposed to order on Friday, but I know none of them are going to order. And I'm like, well, you just told them they're not ordering, so this is what's happening. But once she started speaking life over them and been like, oh my God, I'm going to sign 5 today. She got 5 customers in a day. Put a 1 in the chat if you're like, I want 5 customers in a day. Like, heck, yeah, 5 customers in a day. So just watch where your mind is. Watch what you're speaking over your business. Watch what you're thinking about your potentials, what you're thinking about your posts, your messages, all of that stuff. Just really pay attention to where your mind's at.
Yes. So First, every single morning, I like to start my morning out with my like personal development routine because it kind of just sets the tone for how the rest of the day is going to look like. So I like to read my I am statements out loud. If you haven't written your I am statements, I would totally recommend doing that. I have mine written out as if they are happening right now. So like, I am making $5,000 paychecks monthly. I am living in my dream house with all the cute furniture and decor that I bought myself. I am doing XYZ because of my business. They don't have to be things that you've already accomplished. They can be things that you want to accomplish. So just think of the future and your goals and then just translate that into your I am statements. And I promise you, when you do that and you read them out loud enough, you will literally feel it and believe it. It sounds weird and crazy. I know, like I said before, it sounds like some weird voodoo witchcraft, but like it works and it helps. Every morning when I read my I am statements out loud, it seriously makes me like so excited and so happy inside that like that switch inside me turns on to where I have to do everything in my power in order to make those things happen. And that's just personal development. I also do journal every single morning. I'm still trying to like maneuver my way around it to where it's like comfortable for me. But I like to go on Pinterest and just search up like boss babe journaling prompts or like self-development journaling prompts. And if I find one that I love, or one that like speaks to me, I write about it for 10 to 15 minutes. I just write it on like a piece of notebook paper and I always keep it with me. I never throw away my journaling like activity, I guess you could call it, because sometimes I do like to go back and read what I wrote if I'm ever feeling like down or discouraged on business or whatever. And that's just it. That's my self-development routine. Everyone is different. Everyone works their mornings in a different way. So obviously find what works for you and what clicks in your brain and do that. But that's just what gets me motivated and pumped up like every single day. So what I do next is following up. Like I said before, everyone does this differently. This is what I personally do and what I find works best for me. So I do a 1-day follow-up, a 3-day follow-up, and a 1-week follow-up. After that, if they haven't gotten back to me, I put them on my monthly follow-up list and that's it. So keep this super simple, you guys. For my 1-day follow-up, I do something like, hey girl, is this something you're interested in? Don't overcomplicate it. Super, super short and sweet. For my 3-day follow-up, I like to say something like, hey girl, I haven't heard back from you in a while, even though it's been like 2 days. I haven't heard back from you in a while, but I just want to let you know I'm sitting at my computer right now placing orders or helping some girls hop onto my team. Do you want me to help you as well? And then for my 1-week follow-up, if I still haven't heard from them, I just say something like, hey girl, I have no idea if you are still interested in that 90-day challenge or making some money with me, but I just want to let you know I have 1 spot left. If you are still interested, I'd love to help you do XYZ. And if not, just please let me know so I can take you off my follow-up list. And like, that's easy. I also, let me get it. I also printed out a cute like calendar from Pinterest. It's just for September. So I write down like when exactly I'm going to do these follow-ups. So like, for example, today is the 10th. So like on the 10th, I have written down that I need to do my 3-day follow-ups from the 6th, and I need to do my 1-day follow-ups from the 9th. So that way, yeah. And that way it's just super, super easy and organized for like me to keep track of. Like I said, this is my life. This is why I do what I do, you guys. This is why I joined this business, so I could stay home and deal with this all day. But following up maybe takes like 5 minutes at most for me. So like I said, don't like overcomplicate it at all.
I think you're gonna need a new calendar.
I think so too. It's okay though. Okay, so last is host to post. This is my favorite way to sign customers. If you are implementing host to post, in your business, then you're doing it all wrong. Like you need to start yesterday. Okay. So host to posts are basically when someone posts for you on their wall in hopes to reach like their network and their friends list. So you can get potential customers from them. I do host to post a few ways. I post about like whatever giveaway we're doing like in the moment. And I just say like, if you want a free entry, drop an emoji or tell me your favorite ice cream flavor, pizza topping, whatever. And then I message everyone who comments and I ask them to post for me in order to be entered in the giveaway. I also have been messaging people on my friends list as well to post for me. And I explain the giveaway as well that they will be entered in if they do end up posting for me. It's super, super easy. I do post to post strictly for hair, skin, nails, and that's it. That's just what works for me. That's what I find is easiest to sell and what is easiest to upsell. And that's it. It's not rocket science. A lot of it is consistency. A lot of it is doing the same thing every single day. You might get tired of it. You might say like, okay, so what else is there to this? Is this just what I'm doing every single day? Yes, I'm telling you, like, this is it. It's working for me. It's working for Courtney. It's working for Jen. It's working for everyone else who is making thousands and thousands of dollars a month from this same business we are doing right now. And I just want you guys to know that this time of the year is our boom season. Last year when I joined this business in August, my first paycheck was $28. It was $28, you guys. That is it. An exact month later, I gave myself an $1,100 raise in 1 month.
You guys,
that is it. And it's been
in the chat if you're like, hi, I want an $1,100 raise this month. Yes, please.
And I mean, it's just been consistent since, you guys. This time of the year is not the time. I know. This is not the time to like wait on things or play things out. This is the time that we need to get to work, that we need to start taking things seriously. If you're sitting here saying to yourself that, let's get some food. You want some food? Yeah. If you're sitting here like saying to yourself that maybe, that like maybe next month is your month, or like maybe your promotion can wait at a better time. You have too much stuff going on. Like your kid is driving you up the wall, or you have 7 million jobs or whatever. Like you're wrong. The time is now, you guys. Like you're 1,000% wrong. This time last year was the time I took my business from 0 to 100 in a matter of days. This time last year was the time Courtney took her business from 0 to 100 in a matter of days. Like, I'm telling you, literally, I'm sitting here telling you that this is the time you can take your business from 0 to 100 in a matter of days. But it is 100% up to you if you want to make that executive decision and take that step of action that will get you there. We're handing you the resources, we're giving you the help, we're giving you the support, the encouragement, the love you need to do this. Like me, I love this for me. Me and Courtney, like, we're not special people. Like, we weren't gifted with like some special powers when we joined. Let's just stand up and do this. Why not? But we got the same exact business builder kit that you guys did. We spent the $99 that you did. We did the same exact things every single day and we earned it. Like, if we can do it, why can't you? Like, there's literally no reason at all you can't go ruby or emerald or diamond this month. Like, you just have to put in the work and tell yourself that like you can, and it will. Like, point blank end, period. Like, that's it.
Yes, you guys. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that Emma literally had messaged me like 5 minutes before and was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk. Becky's really cranky. And I was like, homegirl, you better figure it out. Because like, Emma's just on fire. And you guys, the reason why I really wanted her to talk tonight was because you guys, she was here last year around this time when we went from literally we increased our volume 8,000 in a month. That is insane. We brought in 4,000 in a day as a team. So you guys, 8,000, that's emerald right there. That's popping in. Or no, that's diamond. That's diamond. Good Lord. You guys, like, literally, I know you're like, oh, well, maybe next month will be my month. There is, what, 3 weeks left of the month? Yeah, like 3 weeks left. You guys, like, do not slow down. This is not the time to take your foot off the gas. Like, this is the time to go pedal to the metal. This is your month, okay? Big things can happen. I want every single person on here to go Ruby at least. Like, you guys, honestly, you could go Ruby in a week from now if you made the decision to make it happen. So stop telling yourself you're not good enough. Stop telling yourself you can't sign a lot of customers. Stop telling yourself that people don't want to join your team. Stop telling yourself no one looks at your post. Stop telling yourself all that negative things and breathe belief into yourself and just put more and more action in than you have before. Okay? Just like double or triple your action and you will double or triple your paycheck. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute Emma. Emma, you can take care of Beck, make him happy again. This next person, I just love her. I adore her. She has always been such a positive light to her team. She is always constantly trying to like pray for people, help people, and just show the love of God always, which I just love because like Christianity, like God is my main man, okay? And I just love people that love God too, that are just like not afraid to show it. But not only that, she works so hard day in, day out. And you guys, she is killing it this month. Like she is on fire. She is going emerald, maybe diamond. Like she is insane. So I want you guys to hear from Kenna. She is incredible. Kenna, you are unmuted. Wait, maybe not. Now you're, no. Unmute yourself. It's not letting me unmute you. I don't know why. But just share your story and tell us how you're getting so many customers and anything else you just want to share.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Kenna. The 15th will actually be 7 months that I've been with this business. It's crazy to think about. It feels like just yesterday, I swear. Oh my God. So I am 20 years old and pushing hard for emerald, if not diamond this month. I joined this business. I've been a customer for a few years off and on. And then my best friend messaged me and she's like, hey, we've got to get you started somehow. And at the time I was working at a preschool and was like, nah, I'm satisfied here. I'm good. And then life happens like it always does. And I wanted more for myself. And she finally messaged me, and I had actually just lost my second job in less than a month due to health reasons and just toxic environments. And the day that she messaged me was the day that I lost it. And she's like, hey, let's get you signed up. I was like, all right, God, I'm handing the wheel over to you. Let's do this. Let's give it all to you. And I just took off from there. In 3 weeks, I was boxed for diamond, which was extremely exciting, there was just such a fire in my belly. It was just amazing. And just kind of going back to what Courtney and Emma said, like self-development is just the biggest impact on your business, you guys. I cannot express that enough. For the longest time, I didn't really understand self-development. I pray daily. It's just something that I've always done. I've always tried to pray over other people, like Courtney was saying, try to pray over our team and stuff, but I never took the time to really soul search the best way to express it is just soul search. And for the longest time, I'd have people, like Emma was saying, I'd have people that were like, oh, I'm going to order, and they wouldn't order. And I'd get so discouraged that I'd go like 2 days with just this negative mindset. And finally, I believe it was the beginning of this month, I finally was just like, you know what? I'm going 100 miles per hour the whole way, just racing in, and something negative happens and I just literally brush it off and I just keep going, you guys. That is the biggest thing. It's just self-development. If you're not big on reading, find a podcast that you like listening to. Listen to it at the gym. Listen to it at work. Find something that helps get your mindset in this positive area. As far as kind of going back to what Emma and Courtney had shared about, I'll promote next month. I'll do it next month. You guys, you're going to be further away next month. That's the sad truth. It's now or never. I for the longest time, I couldn't tell you. I think I've been, Courtney, 3 months now I've been pushing for Emerald. And I get in this mindset of I get so close and then I start to slow down and I start to slow down. And then I'm like further and further and further away. And so it's literally like, you got to keep going, because as soon as you slow down, it's just going to get further away. This is your month. This is your time right now. And that's the sad truth of it. You've got to do it. As far as like my tips for signing LCs, I utilize the resources that Courtney and the team have given us. I'm constantly watching videos on YouTube. Cheyenne Knox is amazing. Tiffany Hare is amazing. Courtney's videos are amazing. I'm watching those videos. I'm building my self-development while building my training and building my knowledge of the business, of the products. If I haven't tried a product yet, I'm going every spare second that I can. I'm reading up on the products. I'm figuring out what they help best with. And I'm utilizing that. And I think that definitely helps, especially because, let's be honest, nobody likes robots. When you're talking to customers and you've got a customer that has a specific goal in mind, if you just send her this or that, because that's what you say to everybody, that's not helping her specific goals. Take the time to actually listen to what your customers or your potential customers want. Figure out the best way to help them and go from there. Don't be a robot. Brand yourself. Become the person that you want to be. Be you. Be unique, and just go for it. Like I said, I utilize the resources that I'm given each and every single day. I'm growing my network each and every single day. If you don't like having a bunch of people on your Facebook, sweetheart, get over yourself. That's as true as it gets. I, for the longest time, was such a boxed in person. If I didn't know you on social media, or if I didn't know you in person, you weren't going to be friends with me. And let me tell you, you're going to run out of people to talk to extremely fast that way. Each and every single day, I'm adding at least 40 people to my Facebook. I'm going through and I'm constantly cleaning out the negativity. If I see someone negative or I get negative comments, okay, bye, see you later. Even if it's family, I'm done. I can't have negativity. I'm constantly growing. I'm adding 100 people on Instagram. I'm growing my network, because that's how you reach more people, you guys. There's 7 billion people in the world. I can promise you at least half of those are going to want your products. Reach out to them. Like Emma said, host-to-post are huge, you guys. Huge. You can talk to everybody on your friends list, but if you're not asking them to help reach their friends and reach other people, you're not going to grow your business. You've got to take initiative, and you've got to be willing to ask. That is the biggest thing in this business. A lot of that also has to go with self-development. If you've got a really crappy mindset, you can post all you want and you can message all you want and you can do all this work, but if you've got a negative mindset, it's not going anywhere. And Cheyenne Knox said that exact same thing. If you've got a crappy mindset, your posts are going to be crappy. Your messages are going to be crappy. Your interaction with people is going to be crappy. And that is 100% real. If I'm having a really bad day and I'm sending out messages, I could send out 150 host-to-post messages, but you know how many of those I'm going to get up? None. I literally have to take, it's like in cheerleading, we used to have this rule, leave the negative outside. As soon as you stepped on those mats, it was 100% business. And that's how it is. I literally have to go and push my personal and my business aside. Like, okay, I'm having issues with this in my life, but I'm not going to let this affect my business, because this is short term and my business is long term. So take the initiative and just really focus on getting your mindset right, sending out those messages, growing your network, and just asking is a big, big thing. Reaching out, hey, would you mind helping me grow my business by being a product model? Or, hey, could you use some extra income? I think you would be amazing at this business. Or, hey, would you be willing to help me out by sharing a post for me? And it's just, you've got to be willing to take the steps. Take the step in faith and step out of the boat and get out of your comfort zone, because nothing fun there happens. You know, it's a little box meant to keep you in, and you got to break out of it, and you really just got to push hard and just really go for it. For me, I am kind of like Emma as far as following up, but I follow up every day. And that can be overwhelming sometimes for some people, but until they straight up tell me like you're bugging the crap out of me or I'm not interested, I'm going to keep following up with them. And after about a week or so is when I'll stop following up with them and I'll add them to my month-end follow-up list. But I'll just message them, hey, what are your thoughts? Or hey girl, you know, are we going to do this? I've got one spot left, or I'd really love to see your beautiful transformation. Would you still be interested in allowing me to help you on this? Because honestly, if you make it more about you, like, I want you to do this so I can get a paycheck, they're not going to want to, because they're going to sense that from you. But if you make it about them, like, hey, here's what you shared with me. You went through chemo or whatever the situation is. I've had an LC who went through chemo and she wanted to grow her hair out. And for me, that was touching because I've got a really weak spot for people that have had cancer and have survived. So I was like, hey girl, you share with me your story. I'd love to see your beautiful transformation. Whenever you're ready, I'd love to help you get started on this. And guess what? She signed up right then and there.
You guys, Kenna, part of the reason why she's so good with customers is because she constantly is trying to make a connection that is more than business. You guys, and I heard, this is kind of not related to like making a connection, but being like having that connection is so important. It's something that I work on every single day because as a red, not in a mean way, but I don't care about a connection. I am like, let's get it done. And that is not the way it is the way I am, but it's something I am constantly trying to work on. And I love that about Kenna because so many times I don't know anyone that knows so many stories about her customers other than Kenna. She's like, oh, this one did this, they had this. And I'm like, I think my customer's name was Sarah. I don't know. Like, we're so different, but I love that about her. But you guys, this is something that so many times people are afraid to follow up, okay? And I want you guys to be ready to put something in the chat. If you have ever went to a website, left something in the cart, saw shipping was $5.99, and you were like, peace, I'm out. How many times, put a 3 in the chat. I think that's what number 1. Put a 3 in the chat if you've gotten an email or a text or something that's like, you forgot it in the cart. Are you still interested? Do you still want this? Guys, this is what they do. I get an email. I don't remember putting anything in the cart for Michael Kors. I get an email from Michael Kors every day. I'm like, homegirl, I don't even know what I put in your cart. But now when I think of getting a new purse, my first thought is Michael Kors because they are constantly there. So you guys don't be afraid to reach out to people and be like, hey, are you still interested? They'll tell you no if they're like, homegirl, no. Like they will tell you no, but just because they're not answering at the first day or because they don't buy the first time they tell you they're going to buy doesn't mean they're never going to buy. It could be, you never know. I literally tell this to people all the time. You never know if they were about to send you their info and their cat spilled Kool-Aid on their kid or the kid spilled Kool-Aid on the cat. Like you never know what's going on. So many times you guys message me and I think I press send. Literally, Emma yells at me, I think twice a day because she's like, hello, you didn't answer. And I'm like, oh, did press send again. Mobby. Like I wasn't trying to ignore her. They're most likely not trying to ignore you. Stop taking it personally and just be like, hey, I'm still here. But remember what their goals are. And if like that's a lot easier with the products, but with the business, like don't be afraid to reach out to someone and be like, whenever I think about who I want on my team, I keep thinking about you because I think you'd be so good and I'd love to help you with blank. What's going through your mind? Do you still have questions unanswered? Talk to me. Like be a person. Don't be a robot that's like, hello, I have one spot. Would you like to join my team? Be a person. Be a real person. So that's all.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Like, don't be afraid to follow up. I had one person, she had messaged me and she was interested in certain products. 3 months later, you guys, I followed up with her for 3 months and she was finally like, you know what? I need to stop putting this on the back burner. I need to take my health serious. I need to sign up. She sent me her info right then and there because I was consistent. I continued to follow up with her like, hey, I'm still here, but we're going to take this at your pace. There's absolutely no pressure, but when you're ready to take care of your health, I'm here to help you. And that also allows them, because a lot of times with my phone, I just got a new one, thank God. But with my old phone, I'd go through Messenger and I'd go scrolling and I couldn't find any messages. And so I know a lot of people struggle with that too. So when you're constantly messaging them, it reminds them, oh, hey, now I remember. I mean, how many of you guys have walked in the kitchen before, gone to grab something, and then completely forgotten what it was until like half an hour later? That's how it is with some of these customers, you guys. It's like walking into the kitchen. They know what they're going in there for, but they space it because, let's face it, life happens. And then the light bulb clicks, the message gets sent, it gets delivered, they read it. Oh yeah, that's what I was going after. And that's just so important, just continually just letting them know, like, hey, I'm still here. And like Courtney said, I'm I'm a very social person. I love getting to know people. I love building relationships with people. I love that special bond. And a lot of times there are people where they're like, hey, not right now, this and this came up. I'll specifically sit there and ask them, hey, can I add you to my prayer list? And they'll say yes. And I pray over them every single day. Yes, there are times when I'm selfish, like, God, please let them figure this out so they can sign up, because I think it'd be awesome. But I'm still praying over their life, and I'm not investing only in myself, but I'm investing in my customers. You know, one reason that I'm getting closer to Emerald, you guys, is because I haven't had a lot of people cancel their auto shipments. And the reason for that is because I've taken the time to message my previous LCs and my current LCs, like, hey, how are you liking the products? Is there anything that you like questions on, or would you like to switch anything? How can we fit your goals and your needs?
You guys, remember that we are not just order takers. We're not like, okay, thanks for your order, peace, have a nice day. Like, message them after we can be like, hey, just wanted to check if you gotten your products yet. And if they say no, okay, no worries. Like, you'll probably get it any day now. 2 weeks later, hey, how's it going? Do you have questions? You're doing okay? Are you understanding how to make the coffee? Do you have troubles? Because there was one lady that I messaged her and I was like, hey, like, are you like doing okay with the coffee? I know when I first got started, I could not figure out how to make it smooth to save my life. And she's like, I was literally about to call the customer service number and cancel my order because it was lumpy and I couldn't figure it out. You guys, people want to hear from you. That is what sets us apart. So any last final things, Kenna, that you were just... No?
I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. Just consistency and self-development and following up.
Yeah. So you guys, I have been reading this book that I wanted to share. I was really proud of myself last night at like 2 a.m. when I was reading. I put like little notes to read to you guys. But the book is called Your Best Life Now, 7 Steps to Living Your Full Potential by Joel Osteen. I think this book was probably written in like the 70s. I don't know. Does it not look really old? Like, it just looks old, okay? It just is what it is. But I just wanted to read this really special part because we keep talking about mindset and how what is going on in your mind is what's controlling your future. And it is so dang true. So I just want to read this to you from this book. And it's all about your mind, how things are controlling what's going on, okay? So it says, what you will receive is directly connected to how you believe and what you expect. If you want God to do the extraordinary, then you must start believing him for bigger things. You may be thinking, I'll just work at the same job in the same position for the rest of my life. After all, this is all I know how to do. No, quit limiting God. He may want to open another opportunity or a better position for you. God may intervene in your situation, replace your supervisor so you can be promoted. I'm not being replaced, but you can still promote, okay? One day you may run that entire company. You might run networks, or you might run an ambassador diamond team, okay? Like, you can do this. So, once you begin expecting more, a second key element to enlarging your vision is believing that God has more in store for you. There's an old story about a little frog that was born at the bottom of a small circular well, similar to those you might see at a typical rural farm. He and his family lived there, and he was content to play in the water, swimming all around that little well. He thought, life doesn't get any better than this. I have all that I need. One day he looked up and noticed that the light at the top of the well. The little frog became curious, wondering what was up there. He slowly climbed up the side of the well, and when he got to the top, he cautiously peered out over the edge. Lo and behold, the first thing he saw was a pond. He couldn't believe it. It was 1,000 times bigger than the well. He ventured farther and discovered a huge lake. He stood there gazing in amazement. Eventually, the little frog hopped a long way and came to the ocean where everywhere he looked, all he could see was water. He was shocked beyond measure. He began to realize how limited his thinking had been. He thought he had it all back in the well, but all he really had was a drop in the bucket compared to what God wanted him to enjoy. God's dream for your life is so much bigger and greater than you can imagine. If God showed you everything he had in store for you, it would boggle your mind. So many times we're like that little frog. We've been enclosed in our own little well. It's been our comfortable environment. It's how and where we were raised. It's all we've ever known, a certain level of living, a certain level of thinking. All the while, God has so much more in store for us. Go a bit further than you've gone before. Dare to dream a little bigger. Look out over the edge like that little frog. God has oceans he wants you to enjoy. You guys, this book just keeps talking about how by you not going after it, you're limiting God's work in your life. You guys, God has so much more in store, but you have to believe it before it's going to come to fruition, okay? I know it's annoying. I know it's frustrating when you're like if God wants me to promote to triple diamond, then guess what? Like, he'll do it, but it's not happening right now. But that's because my mind, and I was literally talking to Emma about this today, I've been holding myself back, and I'm the first person to admit it. If you feel like you've been holding yourself back in any way, shape, or form in your mindset, I want you to put a 4 in the chat. Because I know for a fact I have. Because when I hit my first $5,000 paycheck, you guys, I was like, I'm set for life. I'm good. You guys, there's more. I didn't join to make $10,000 a month, but it's there. And instead of thinking, well, I'm good with 5,000, imagine what I can do for people's lives when I'm making 10. Imagine the lives that I can impact, the people that I can bring hope to. There's so much more for you, but you have to believe it's possible for you first. Okay? You have to understand it in your mindset. And when you get to this point where you're like, I believe it, it's coming, you're going to feel it in like right here. Like it's a really like right here, like a little like butterfly feeling right here. Okay? It's the greatest feeling ever, but you have to believe it and think about it all the time. Okay? You have to know where you're going. Yeah. What kind of said in the next year, the next month, the next week, even tomorrow, you have to know where you're going and go for it. So yes, Ken, I saw you wanted to end in prayer. I would absolutely love for you to end us in prayer. And then after this, you guys, I'm going to hop back on Zoom. If anyone needs help charting, needs questions with anything, I'll be back on. But Ken, if you would love to end us in prayer, that would be great. I unmuted you. I will mute myself.
All right. So Father God, we just thank you so much for the amazing opportunity to just come and sow into each other on this amazing Zoom. Hopefully a lot of these girls let it soak in and really just take home some amazing notes that really just help to grow their business. Lord, we know that the last couple of months have been a season of growth and that we are transitioning into a season of prosperity with you. And we just ask that you just continue to move in our business, continue to move in our lives, continue to teach us to impact people in the most positive ways. We thank you so much for all of the amazing things that you are doing for us. We thank you so much for the amazing things that you have done for us, for placing this business in our lives. And we just lay it all at your feet and we just ask you to do with it what you will. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Kenna. I love that, you guys. Like, I am so freaking fired up right now, and I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you guys need anything at all, we are here. I'm going to end the recording. I'm going to put it on YouTube. And yeah, we'll talk soon.